Hey, you guys, it's Michael. It's Tuesday, and this week we are talking about regrets, specifically regrets around the whole transgender experience. And let me just be the first to say that as far as regrets, I would say the only real regrets that I have are that I didn't come forward sooner, that I put other people's feelings or a fear of other people's feelings about my transition before my own needs. I would say that's been true pretty much my whole life. The first time I started feeling things about like wishing I was a boy instead of a girl, I was honestly like I was a little kid. And I didn't I just knew I already knew that if I said something to my mother, if I said something to other people, that it would bother them, that it would be not okay. And so I kept it to myself. I kept it to myself. I internalized it. I let myself feel like garbage because of it. That started, I was probably about 5 or 6 years old. And so that continued on, and then puberty happened, and it was the wrong puberty. And I just pushed it down further and pushed it down further, and it kept coming back up. The only thing I accomplished was that I made myself feel like crap about myself. Time went on and time went on, and I first dealt with the simple fact that I was attracted to women long before I dealt with my transgender status. So I came out about that finally in my young adult years. And the first thing I heard from people was that I must be lying because I'd never said anything about it before. Well, yeah, the reason I didn't was because I knew that you would be rejecting just like you were when I did finally say something. So I guess the formula for that is you treat people like crap if they tell you that they are, and then you're surprised if they don't tell you that they are. So I dealt with that as best I could. I could say, like, a lot of times I just kind of kept it to myself. I didn't tell people. And I think if anything, if I have a regret around that, I would say that I should have stood up for myself better. That's something I'm still learning to do, is to stand up for myself and to speak my truth and say yes I am, yes I am having these feelings. No, it doesn't make me a bad person. No, that doesn't make me selfish for just being the gender that I am. Like, if I don't have the right to do that, then what do I have the right to do? Just be who you tell me I am. Like, honestly, like, I had such a rough time, like, with my family and with some other people, that it's like, just being myself was problematic for other people. And so I didn't claim that. I didn't for a long time. It took me until I was 40 years old to finally step forward and say, you know what? I don't care. I have to be who I am. That's not open for debate. That's not something I did to please or displease anyone else. It's just me being me, and I have a right to do that, and I'm not doing anything wrong. So if I have a regret, it's not realizing that sooner. It's, back in college, I almost came out. I finally, realized that there was such a thing as FTM transgender, and that I was not the only one. And I was playing with the idea, and I wanted to come out, and then my brother died, and I said, I can't do that to my mother. Well, I finally came out, and my mother, of course, it's all about her, and she's a very toxic person. She has some mental issues of her own and some substance abuse issues, and she and I are not close, needless to say. So her immediate response was that I was just doing it to get attention from her. When in reality, I had not claimed my full personhood just to please her. So honestly, it's all about her. Everybody has a right to be who they are. And it took me until I was 40 years old to fully claim that and to say, you know what, I just have to be who I am. And if people can't deal with, that you're not the gender that they think you should be, and that they don't get to tell you who you are, you know what? It took me so long to realize that you don't need people like that in your life. Once you put those people out of your life, you will find new friends, and life goes on. And that's okay. Things change. It's called growth. Sometimes growth is painful. But My only regret, I should have stood up for myself sooner, harder. Something I'm still learning to do. So this is Michael on Regrets. Please subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.